What do they win?
A gift basket from C Street.
Okay. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning.
Hello, happy Valentine's Day.
That's right. We are live. Let's plug in real quick. Here we are. Welcome back to another WCN Live here in the Wilson County News Break Room. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations.
I'm Brandy Hawkins, Customer Service Representative.
And our guest today is
Cristal Startz.
Good to have you. Thanks for being here. Before we get started, I'd like to thank our sponsor, the Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet here in Floresville. They're located on 181, the dealerships side by side. They have all makes and models. You can shop all sorts of cars, careers as well that I hear, and a huge service department. So thank you, Price, the Price Way, for being a sponsor of many of our WCN Lives, and looking forward to many more. You can visit them. Let's see. I've got them tagged in the description, so give them a shout out and show them some love. Next, we are going to draw a winner. So every Wednesday when we're on WCN Live, we ask you to post a comment, get your name in there, because that will get you in the drawing for the next week. So we have here a bowl of people who commented last week, and we're going to ask Cristal to draw a winner
I get to
for
draw?
us.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
So I need to shake it, or
However you want to do it.
I'm gonna make sure that they didn't stack the deck.
Yeah. Doubled.
There we go. Okay. Oh, let's see.
Feel free to read it. What?
Kimberly Wilhelm.
Kimberly Woodham.
Congratulations. Kimberly won. So she wins a C Street Gift Shop gift bag, and we'll be reaching out to Kimberly to let her know.
Ooh, this is a good day to win stuff.
It is. Yeah, so we're looking forward to the conversation we're going to have. We're talking about sugar and coffee and some interesting things here. We have with us Cristal Startz. And Cristal, tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself.
Well, I live in Poth. That I raised all my kids. They went through the Poth School District. But I'm from Wilson County, basically. But I originally was born in Dilley, Texas, Frio County. So
Great. You've kind of been all over.
Yeah. We've lived in this area for 12 years.
12 years. Nice to have you here. And you've done a lot of things. I've seen your name pop up a lot over the years, I think. And so tell us a little bit about, so one side of what you do is you're a real estate agent. You want to talk about that?
Right. So first and foremost, I have a real estate brokerage, and it operates out of Poth, but we sell real estate in all of South Texas, all the way down to Corpus and all the way, up to in San Antonio. I have an agent in San Antonio that works with clients in San Antonio. She's bilingual, and she helps us with that. There's 8 agents at our office, and our office is in Poth.
Both. Fantastic. What's the name of your agency?
Southern Estate Realty Group.
Southern Estate.
And then we named the coffee shop Southern Coffee House and Creamery, because we have Bluebell.
Yeah, sweet. Literally. Good deal. And I know you're very involved, having kids gone through both schools and different things. Talk about some of the organizations that are close to your heart, or in ways that you're active in the community.
Well, right now so all of my kids left, so I got an empty nest at the beginning of the school year. I decided to join. I had been on the PTO for years and years, but then now I don't have kids in school anymore. So I joined the Education Foundation at Poth. It's very organized and well done, and I've really enjoyed doing that and meeting some of the younger people that live in Poth, because my peer group had kind of grown up with my kids, And then I'm also on the Poth development, business development group. So
Okay.
I help with that, and we meet once a month, and we talk about, how to make Poth grow.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just, so that's good. I used to be on the Floresville Zoning Committee, but I'm not anymore. Maybe again in the future I'll do that. I like to help out and,
Right.
And
earlier,
know
in
what's
our
going on.
conversation earlier, you also mentioned parts of Pleasanton. That
Yes,
are
because
involved in
we have
some
some agents. Colleen Solomon, she's out of Pleasanton. Her kids go to the Pleasanton schools, and she's been with me since the very beginning. I've been selling real estate in this area for about 8 years, and so she was my assistant, and then she's my top agent.
Oh, great.
She lives in Pleasanton, and so
Oh.
we are try to stay active in that community also.
That's great. Really good, tight-knit communities to be part of.
Oh yeah, it's a good place to live.
Yeah. So then tell us, I know there's a story behind this. What led you to open a coffee house?
I know, so it's so exciting. It's tiny. So people that are from Poth know that the building that we're in used to be, Cristal owned it, and it was the garden center. It was called
Garden Nursery?
the Garden Party. It's called
Sounds
Garden
something
Party.
like that, yeah.
And so in the main house is where they had the garden center, and then they had the pavilion where they had, and it wasn't concrete at that time, is what I'm understanding. And then the building that the coffee shop is now in was their potting shed. So it was this potting shed. And so when I purchased the building from the Harrises, because it had gone through several owners, they had been using it for an Airbnb. It's right next to Yonski's on the main road. It's a great building to have your real estate office in. So we put that in the main office. And I kept telling the girls, we really need a coffee shop next door because then we could drink coffee. Our clients could come here. We could give them coffee.
Great
It would be a
idea.
great thing. And so I talked to several people that had small coffee shops in our area, and they were like, we are running one coffee shop already. So I wasn't able to find anybody, and my husband said, just do it. And I was like,
do it.
I don't know how to do that. He said, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Wow.
So now we're 2 years into figuring it out. And honestly, it has been a blessing because it keeps us active in the community. It's a bright spot in everyone's day. I think that it provides a community center for the area. People from Floresville and Poth come there. People that are passing through on their way to Carnes come through there. We have a drive-through window. And it really did do what I needed it to do, which it brought a bunch of energy to our real estate office, and it's been a really fun thing to do. And I love kids. I love teenagers. And so I have 2 employees that are adult women that help me 100%. And then in the afternoons, all of the kids that work for me are high school students. And
That's great.
yeah. And so I get to be their first boss.
Cool.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Wow, and that's such giving back to the community, too. You can just feel that. Oh, goodness. So we explored what led you to open it. You might have already touched on this, but what would you say makes your coffee house unique?
Let's see, what makes it unique? Well, it is unique in every sense of the word. It's a potting shed, so it's kind of short. When you go in, if you're a really tall man, you might bang your head. It's completely stuffed with gift items because I'm crazy. We make all the weirdest drinks that you could think of because I'm crazy. And we make giant cold brews because I love cold brew. And we have great ice cream, and it's a real fun atmosphere, and
Sounds like it.
It's a good place. Yeah.
So you can you have room for you to just like sit and enjoy your coffee.
Yes. So when you walk in, there's we have some vintage furniture actually that I bought from here in town, from the little resale shop, and we've made the countertop out of that, and then we have all of the frap drinks that you can choose from, and the ice cream, and then there's a door and there's a room where there's more gift items, and there's a couple of chairs, or there's 2 tables and 2 like nice chairs to sit in. So people come and sometimes they have meetings out on the pavilion because there's a couch out on the pavilion, an outdoor couch. And so people have their meetings. They meet with people. They come there for a free Wi-Fi. We have free
I was going to
Wi-Fi.
ask about that. Usually you do.
Because we have to have good Wi-Fi for real estate agents.
Right.
So we made the Wi-Fi good for the whole area. So especially when we were having outages of the Wi-Fi in the area recently, people would be there just working, so that would be just full of people working there. So it's good. It's good.
It's a hub for the community. Great. What would you say is your favorite drink on the menu?
Okay, so I change my mind all the time. So I shouldn't be drinking sugar every day. And when we first opened the coffee shop, I was like, oh my gosh, sweet cream, that's some good stuff. But realized that's probably not something I should drink every day either. So I generally just have a cold brew with a little bit of vanilla in it. And that's what I generally drink. But on our menu, our most popular drink is the matcha drink. And I never dreamed that would be true. But whenever I was devising the menu that is completely out of hand at this point, because every time the kids are like, and when I say the kids, I'm talking about the baristas, like the younger ones, because they really are a force of nature, and they watch all the TikToks about the coffees, and they're like, well, let's try this. And every time I give into one of their things, then we have another item that we sell at the coffee shop. So we have popping pearls, and we have boba tea and milk tea and Thai tea and matcha and chai lattes and just all the strange drinks. And they sell, like the weird ones sell more than the like typical ones. On a given day, we might sell only 2 or 3 black coffees. But we sell a lot of matcha. Whoa, we sell a lot of matcha.
That sounds so exciting. What a fun place. Do you carry food items?
Yes, so we have kolaches. So we don't have a kitchen. And I'm not going to open a bakery, so don't ask me to. Because I'll do it if you ask me to. When my kids were little, we lived in Corpus Christi, Texas, and there was a bakery we actually lived in Annabelle. The kids were little bitty. They were all in car seats in the back seat, and we would drive through S&J Bakery when we were headed somewhere, and they sold these kolaches that were, they're savory kolaches. They're not the sweet ones. They have the sweet ones too, but we only sell the savory ones at our coffee shop. And so I got with S&J whenever, because people just were begging for some kind of a warm food item. And so I got with S&J in Corpus Christi because my daughter's going to college there. And they make kolaches for us, and we flash freeze them, and then we warm them on demand. So when somebody comes through the window and they say they want a kolache, the girls warm it up in the toaster oven. So we have the ones that have the like kielbasa in them, and then we have the sausage cheese ones, and then we have a ham and cheese one that's a round one, and it's this delicious puffy homemade bread that's so good. And then we have one that has pan sausage, like breakfast sausage with cheese, and they are $3.50 and $3.25. So they're not exorbitantly expensive, and they're delicious. They're very good.
Sounds like it. And they're all coming from that special bakery.
They all come from S&J Bakery. And I either run down there or Lindsay brings them up to me once a month, and we flash freeze them and have a lot on hand. I have some friends that buy them from me frozen and just take them home so they can warm them up at home. So
cool.
We have that. And then there's a woman named Sarah who makes cookies for us locally. She also sells around town at some other places, and her company is called Holy Sweet, and they're these just fat chocolate chip cookies, and they're delicious. And she makes red velvet ones too. Yum. And then most of you know the lady that does the cake pops out here. What is the cake pop company called? I should have wrote it down. Love is Sweet. Love is Sweet. Yes. Love is Sweets. I think it's that S. Yes. She's darling, and she makes cake pops for us.
Wonderful.
So we usually have about 3 different flavors of cake pops. So that ends the food, except for the ice cream.
Well, and you said you carry like a variety of gift items?
So the place is just stuffed with weird stuff. Yes, we have evil eyes and little gifties and little stuffed animals. Right now I have an assortment of skunks for Valentine's Day. Don't ask me. I just like skunks at Valentine's Day. We have sloths holding hearts. We have little chime hearts made out of metal that you shake them and they have chimes in them. We have like decor items that go on the wall, honey lollipops, and lots of like little snackies. Like I order, we don't have anything that you could get at the gas station. So only snacks that are weird. So like at one point we had a whole bunch of crawfish chips. And recently we had Angus beef Cheetos, and they sold out. And
of course.
Cucumber Lays. Rose flavored Oreos. That's what we're selling right now at Valentine's Day. So I just I searched all of the wholesale places, and I find the strangest snacks, and I keep them at the coffee shop. Well, it's a conversation piece, and it's also like, I want to try these, and gosh, we're in the middle of nowhere out here, and to go all the way into San Antonio to go to World Market or someplace to get something unique is a big thing. But a little treat to just pop into the little coffee shop in Poth and buy something unusual is fun.
It's pretty precious. I notice, so we'll get into some of these things. I guess the next question is, Well, what are your hours of operation?
Oh, so
When are you open?
consistency and being open seems to be the key for a good business,
Yes.
right? So we open, Angela, who is the star of the show, gets up every morning at 5:30 and she's open by 6. So she arrives at 5:30, she's open by 6. That way everybody can get their morning coffee. So every day except for Saturday and Sunday, we're open at 6 a.m. And Angela will be there smiling in the window. And then on Saturdays, we open at 8 because a lot of people don't get up that early on Saturday. And on Sundays, we don't open till noon so that we can catch the after church crowd.
So you are like every day.
And till 7 in the winter time, until 8 in the summertime. And so this is our second year open. And last year, we changed in the late spring. I think we're probably going to change a little earlier because of baseball season. Because last night when baseball let out, a bunch of people showed up at the coffee shop to get ice cream and we weren't open. So we're probably going to change our hours back to being open to 8 sometime this month early. Just because people love Bluebell.
Yeah.
And the ice cream's really affordable too. It's like
good.
$3 a scoop or something. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So your busiest time of day is probably morning, would you say?
When school, no, it's Carline.
It's got several.
It's Carline.
Wow. Yeah, I used to take my kids to, when they're ages ago, used to have little coffee,
Yeah.
ice cream. Yep, that would be fun.
Yeah, so morning
for a
is
nice treat.
morning is good. Morning is good, but Carline is the busiest time. Yeah.
So now you know the secret time to go. Not on the busy time, maybe.
Yes, but if you come in the middle of the day, it's usually pretty relaxed, and
Yeah.
you get to have a nice chat with the barista.
Oh, that's nice. Will we ever catch you in there?
I am there a lot. I don't work there though, so people all the time are like, "We're coming by the coffee shop." Well, I might be out putting out signs, or I may be at a listing appointment, or I may be in the office. And if I'm in the office, never hesitate to come in. That door is always open, of course. There's no telling where I am, honestly, because I'm all over the place.
Busy woman. What about in terms of special events, things going on in the community, or do you have any special events planned for the coffee house? Do y'all?
Yeah, so there's several things that we do. I guess on a bi-weekly basis, we have a co-op that delivers vegetables to the coffee shop, and you have to pre-order. If you go onto our Facebook page, you'll see a form where you pre-order from this Pleasanton co-op, and they bring the vegetables over on Mondays every other week. So you pay online, and they bring a big bag of vegetables, and so a lot of people in Poth have been participating in that. So that's that's bi-monthly. So every other week the vegetables arrive. So it's Veggie Day on that day. On my birthday, we gave away free single scoops for my whole birthday day. That ended up being way more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Next year.
I guess I was really popular.
Yeah,
I got a lot of happy birthdays.
that's nice.
Let's see. We have a pavilion out front, and so we've had a lot of different events throughout. We've only been open almost 2 years. It's not even full 2 years. So we've had some classes out there. We have a lot of local little groups that'll meet out on a lot of times the Poth PTO will meet out on the porch and drink coffee together. And then a couple of times we had a succulent class where a lady came from, I think she was from Stockdale, and she put together a succulent class, and we put out tables and so the thing is that it's free if you want to use the pavilion. I just need you to give me a ring. My phone number is on the Facebook. Just give me a ring and say, we want to have a ladies' lunch there, on
Just to
whichever
coordinate.
day. And then I'm going to have the girls put the tables and the chairs out for you on the pavilion so that you can have your event there. So the only thing I ask is that you don't bring your own drinks,
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, because I want it to be like a community thing.
You can feel
Yeah,
that, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I think you do have a website, right? Would you
We do have a website. It's still sort of don't judge me on the website. It's not that great. I'm not a web designer, but my one of my baristas, Marie, her husband, is in IT, and he said he's going to help me, so I'm going to get it sorted out.
I can't remember if it was like you could place orders there or you could look at the products?
I mean, we just are little. So
Yeah.
you can look at the products, you can learn things about us, you can find the phone number, you can find the hours, you can see some of the drinks, but you really have to call the phone number to if you want to pre-order a drink, like if you're going to be on your way through town. I would love to eventually have it set up that way, but for right now, we're just tiny. Yeah. So.
Okay, nice. But I do remember, yes, you do have the website, and of course, a great place to connect with you. If you want to, how about this is a good time to do that? Or maybe before you get there, Brandy, do you want to go over any of the comments?
Yes,
that we
and as I scroll, do you have like non-dairy items?
Oh,
Yes,
good
yes, yes,
question.
yes. So we have almond milk. We have oat milk, which is super popular right now. Oat milk is like a big deal. So we actually get the extra creamy oat milk, non-sweetened, so that if they want to do Splenda or something like that, they can. We have an entire assortment of sugar-free. Most of our like standard sweeteners, like caramel, vanilla, the ones that we're using standardly, we also have those in sugar-free. So like if you wanted a mocha latte, most of the time we're going to have the sweetener. You know, we go out of things from time to time. Cool. So almond milk, coconut milk, and oat milk, and then regular cow's milk.
Nice, good question. And then there's others who look for, well, this would have to do with the bakery stuff, so probably not gluten-free kind of options. I don't know if you ever get asked that question.
The food is more of a sideline.
A set thing.
Yeah, it's more of a sideline.
Cool,
So,
cool.
yeah, because we don't have breakfast or anything. We just have kolaches.
Yeah. We've had some good chatter of comments, so Brandy's going to go through.
Holly Hahn Watson says Southern Estate Realty rocks.
Holly works for Southern Estate Realty, just in full disclosure.
I was
She's
wondering
an
if
awesome
that
real
was
estate
great.
agent, and she rocks too.
Yes, she does.
Do you know Holly? She's so sweet.
She's great. Love her.
Sherry Mantyke said it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish. We were talking about where you come
For
from.
Texas.
all of
Yes,
those
yes,
things.
yes, yes. I agree 100%.
Yep.
And you did touch on it again. Holly said the outside is good for parties too, which
Yes,
you
yes.
touch on.
Eventually, so I'm in phase 2.
Oh, yeah, so you have
I've probably got 6 phases, but eventually I'm going to put in a playscape towards the back and have it fenced. But we got to work our way up to that.
Neat.
Norma Lejas Hinojosa says, how does your prices compare to Starbucks and are you affordable?
So
Sounds like it.
the thing is that there are some drinks at Starbucks and at our coffee shop that are expensive because they have expensive ingredients. But there are some things at our coffee shop that are very affordable. For instance, a lot of kids come in after school, like teenagers, and they get lemonade with poppy pearls in it. And I think that drink runs like $3 something. So it depends on what you order. If you order a drink with expensive ingredients, it's going to be expensive. However, I do keep an eye on what Starbucks prices are for standard things, and I always try to stay on the low side, but our drinks are, some of them, like twice the size. So
Wow. Good to know, and good question.
So Linda Downs says great coffee and lots of
I
good
love Linda.
food too.
She was one of my kids' teachers.
Yes, I remember, and she worked at the library here forever,
Mm-hmm.
and is still very active in the community. So
Mm-hmm.
good job, Linda. Jessica Rodriguez Green, love my coffee place.
Jessica also works for Southern Estate Realty.
I didn't realize that. Okay, cool.
She's on the city council, so she's our voice over here in Floresville, making sure that we are in the know.
That's great.
Jessica is a doll.
Yes. And then she gave you a compliment. Great hours, such a savvy businesswoman.
Oh,
Love you, Chris.
I love her
Crystal.
too. She's darling.
And then Duck Day is the first
Oh
Saturday.
gosh! Thank you for reminding me about Duck Day. How did I forget about Duck Day?
Yes, Holly's
That's
got
hilarious. Okay, so Duck Day.
Keeping you on your toes.
Duck Day is and it's a huge hit. Duck Day is the first Saturday of every month, and we buy ducks. We buy 50 ducks every month, and they're the little ones, like the 2-inch ones, the really cute ones. And when the 50 ducks are gone, you don't get a duck. But everybody that buys something that whole day gets a duck until the ducks are gone.
How cool.
We're talking about real ducks, right? No.
No, they're little
just
rubber ducks.
toys?
They're
Oh.
little rubber ducks that go with the theme of the month. So
okay.
they're little 2-inch ducks.
Like you.
I wasn't sure
Yes,
if I was
we're
like-
giving them real ducks in a bag.
I mean,
Have
I
a
would
real
go get a duck for real.
We'll do real ducks next month for you.
Okay.
No, they're little rubber ducks so that
Okay.
everybody understands. So, like, for instance, at Valentine's Day, our little rubber duck had hearts all over it. And then
so
the
it's
ones
kinda
that are coming up for March have on little, they're green and they're yellow and they have little shamrocks on them and they have on little hats.
So it's just-
And, in
So then
January,
you would-
the ducks had on real knit caps. I found them on Amazon. They were adorable.
So you just like collect. Then you would go to try to get and collect all your ducks.
So some people are just
Collect
like
ducks.
one day we had a
Trying to
line
understand.
and I had just popped in and the girls were busy making drinks and I said, look, I'm going to go out and I'm going to take the menu to those people that are in line. So I pop over and she opens up her window and I see her dashboard. She has all the little ducks
ducks.
lined up. Like
All the
people
ducks in a
love the
row.
ducks. They do. And
That is
one
definitely
month
unique.
well, because I just thought of what can I do really weird. This is my thing.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So a free duck. It's the first Saturday. So just so that everybody understands, and this is what I tell the girls. So you get a duck if you buy a drink. If you have 6 kids in the car, all 6 kids are not going to get a duck because then there wouldn't be ducks for the whole world.
Right.
But I tell the girls that they have poetic license. If somebody comes through and they have just 2 kids and it's going to make one of them cry, please give them a duck. So there's some fluidity on that.
Aw, sweet.
Understandable. Sharon Pullman says Happy Valentine's Day.
Yay!
Heart eyes from Michael.
We have Valentine's
Yes.
shirts. There's still probably about 6 of them left. It says the Love and Coffee. And we have lots of Valentine's things. If you forgot to buy your Valentine's something, we have a collection of humorous adult humor Valentine cards I can't really talk about on the internet. And then we have a bunch of just normal ones. And then we have a bunch of mugs that also say some humorous kind of off-color things that are for Valentine's Day.
Cute.
Yeah.
Sabrina Marie Richardson Bateman says love Southern Coffee Company and Creamery in Poth, and great place to even get unique snacks and gifts.
Unique snacks and gifts, see?
Mm-hmm.
I figured there's no reason to have the same thing the gas station has. We just get
That's
the
great.
unusual things, yeah.
Pretty cool.
And then Sherry Manti says got to keep your ducks in a row, which knows exactly what
Perfect.
I'm talking about.
So on our real estate website, the big ad when you click on it says, "We'll keep your ducks in a row." So I try to be cohesive with my marketing,
That's sweet.
Very nice.
and it has the ducks in a row, and one of them is backwards. So, yeah.
There was one comment I think you might have missed, and I don't think you talked about this, but Holly said that there's a meat case. A meat
Oh yeah, so our family, my husband and I, raise we have a farm. It used to be it's by Banning Dairy. We live out in between here in Pleasanton. Actually, we live in Post School District, but it's a Floresville address. You know how a lot of us are in that like no man's zone. So we have Wagyu is what our cattle are is Wagyu, and so for a good 8 years, and when my kids were teenagers and things, we were selling Wagyu at the Pearl Farmers Market. That's what that was what we were doing. Now we're selling to a conglomerate of restaurants in Austin, but sometimes we have some that we can sell in the coffee shop, and so we have a case, and it is like it's the best kept secret because we have our Wagyu chorizo, which is really good.
I bet.
And it has sort of like a cult following because people are like, I can't live without the Wagyu chorizo. And so we just have like some of the ground beef, some of the Wagyu chorizo, and sometimes we'll have a roast or some steaks or so. It's just a little corner of the freezer that's by the front door that has a little bit of Wagyu in there for some of our diehard Wagyu fans. I don't want anybody to come in there thinking they're going to be able to buy a bunch because most of it is going to Austin at this point, but there is some.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, pretty cool. Great. Well, I guess let's tell our listeners and watchers where they can go for more information about your coffee shop.
Well, we are literally all over the internet. I am most active on have the Facebook page. Probably if you just call the phone number, if you have a pressing matter, you can just call the phone number and you'll get me or one of the baristas. That's probably the best way. But just to stop by is a great idea because come by and have some ice cream or have a coffee. and just try some of our unique items. We
Yeah.
have too big of a menu.
Wow. Yeah. It sounds like an exciting place we're going to have to visit very soon.
Yes. Our espresso is locally roasted in San Antonio. So, I mean, that's as local as you can get for a roaster.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Very good. Awesome. Do you want to give a shout out to the business in Austin that's...
Oh, well, it's a big company that distributes through some luxury restaurants. It's Hestia and Emirates and Rye. It's like these kind of niche-y sort of Austin luxury beef kind of restaurants. So it's been an interesting journey with the Wagyu. We've been doing that for a long time. And my husband is really into the genetics and all of that. The Wagyu, we could talk about Wagyu for a whole nother show.
Right. Wow. Yeah, we talked about a lot of things. Didn't know it was going to go the way it did.
That's what people say all the time.
I bet.
They're like, Cristal, we didn't know this was going to go this way.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's always good in the end.
Yeah, it did. It's where you land.
And there are still a lot of people who, it's a cow. There's not different kinds of cow. There's only one cow.
Oh, but there's Angus, there's Brahmas, So, I mean, we could talk, Wagyu is from an island, right? We believe in animals changing over time with their environment. So an island isn't they're going to be just, so the Wagyu is just a type of beef that was raised for hundreds of years on an island, and so it developed a way of storing its fat differently inside the muscle. And so, I mean, it's definitely a big difference in texture and in visually it looks different, and there's a lot more fat inside the muscle. Cool. So it makes it tasty.
Very good. Well, I think that wraps up our conversation. It was really nice talking to you and getting to learn about all these cool things that you're doing in Poth. And everybody go check out the coffee house, Southern Coffee House.
We're next to Jansky's.
Right.
So in case you...
Can't miss you.
My sign is not big enough. It's big, but apparently it's not big enough, so I'm going to work on that. That's in phase 3, I think.
Oh, sweet.
It is noticeable, but like when you're flying through Poth and you're like trying not to be distracted because you're going somewhere else.
Yes,
I should probably stop there. And then
so you're on your way to Carnes. It's going to be on your left-hand side next to Jansky's. Jansky's is that huge gas station that's been there forever. It's a big blue building where they do tires and stuff. So we're right next to them. We even have a gate that Mr. Jansky and I put in so that his grandkids could, in the summer, could come through the gate to come get ice cream because his little Johnny, I didn't want him walking around the front. So,
very good. That's great. That's great. Yeah, this was very fun. I hope if you just caught part of this video, go back and watch the whole thing. You'll learn so much. But we really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun.
Thank you. We would like to also thank our sponsor, Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet here in Floresville. Their dealerships are located side by side on 181, and that you can shop all makes and models of cars. They have a huge service department that can help you, as well as check them out for careers. So Price Way, thank you for your sponsorship of WCN Live. And
shop local this Valentine's Day.
Shop local and enjoy your day. Happy Valentine's.
I'm going to grab some honey in y'all's gift shop because we ran out at the coffee shop this morning.
We have honey. But y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next week again on WCN Live. Thanks.
Happy Valentine's.